1, 2. Okay. We get that free token.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Let me know when your stream is fired up.
I am. I'm live.
You're live.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Legend. Here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna go
I sent you the
raid Mr. Cortex over here. Let me just get that set up real quick. That way you can go subscribe to him and get his vids too. Redirect. Cortex. There you are. Excellent. Cortex, I appreciate you, man.
Yo, thank you so much for having me, man.
And testing, yeah, we've been playing and testing together for like 6 years.
Yes, sir.
It's always a pleasure. Hell yeah, man. Go check out Cortex's stream. It's live now. When I end stream, it should take you there or give you the option at the end. So let's go throw our support over there. Subscribe here. Throw a like on it. Subscribe there. Until next time, you have fun. Smash your enemies. Take care, everybody.
Alrighty. Hello, my stream. And hello, everyone from Chisgle's stream. I mean, we've been streaming... How long were we live for on your channel? Live for a good while.
Yeah, like 4 hours, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I've said hi to you guys already, but thank you again to Chiz for the raid and for the opportunity to collab on this. It was really, really fun, and I think we got some really great results, and yeah, I'm just gonna talk about it on the stream, talk about the results and what my expectations are for Arsland now that we have done the testing. And
I
yeah.
sent you the list of conclusions, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I was
Thank
taking
you.
notes. Yeah.
That's very useful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm guessing you got a video to go edit and get out there.
A video edit to edit, sleep to have.
And sleep to have.
I appreciate you, man. Have a good stream,
Yo,
bro.
thank you, Chiz. Thank you for the raid and thank you for the opportunity. Take care, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right. Now we're on our own. Welcome, everyone. Billict, what's up, bro? What's up? Welcome, everyone. I want to thank Chiz again, guys, from the bottom of my heart. Like, you guys know he's a massive creator, obviously, and he's always been supporting me, a smaller creator, so I'm really, really grateful for that. And yeah, I appreciate all of you for being here. You know, whilst you're here, if you could sub to the channel, throw a like on the stream, I'd really, really appreciate that. You don't have to, but, you know, it's free. Anyway, guys, we're gonna talk about it. This new commander is busted. He's broken. I'm so hyped. I'm an archer main. You guys know. So I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. But yeah, he looks really, really good, especially paired with Herman YSG. That seems like his two best sort of pairs. Also, let me get my city skin back on here. So got my training speed back on. Yeah. But he looks so strong. Like, I mean, we ran it, man. Like, you guys saw. You guys that were in Chiz's stream. Like, bro, with Herman or with YSG, it was just insane. Like, compared to the old Archer meta, which was the ZL Herman march. I mean, bro, he was beating me with 4 marches left, and we were running the exact same stuff. The only difference was style versus ZL. Yeah, it was insane. Don't be shy to smash that like button. Yo, thank you, Glander. Thank you. You reset your YSG and you got only QSH. Maybe you try Alp, or should you max Zuge? Honestly, Black Knights. Wait, you reset your YSG and you only got QSH. Who do you pair currently with QSH? That would be my question. If you reset your YSG and you don't have ZL, then who are you pairing with your QSH? Billict, did you watch the stream? What did you think? What did you think of the results? We ran a lot of duels, 1v1s, but I think the 5v5s were like the real sort of what gave us the actual conclusions. And obviously, the real battlefield in KVK will always tell the true story. But I still think we got some very good conclusions and at least showed his power level from the testing that we did. You're watching? Bro, he looks strong, man. He looks very strong. Let me see. You're watching? What do you think, bro? What do you think? Is Alpa second march confirmed? 100%. If you are running 2 archer marches, you need to max Alp. He is so good. He is so good. Markswoman and QSH gonna cook anyway? True. True. Mehmed or Philip? Honestly, Black Knight, what you can... Just max Alp, bro. Just max Alp and plan for the future to go to 2 archer marches. That's what I would do, Black Knight. If you're running Mehmed or Philip with your QSH right now, max Alp and just prepare for a future of having 2 archer marches. And don't max anyone else right now. Wait until we see the KVK map commander and then make your mind up. Okay? I think that's what you should do. Is he C tier or S tier? He is Z tier. He is Z tier. His tech will be OP in swarming Rip Garrison. Bro, Garrisons will be toasted. He is gonna destroy every single Garrison when he swarms them. You only have QSH. Do you have to use AA or ZL? Guys, okay. Let me try to put it simply. If you only have QSH max, that's the only archer right now. You don't have YSG, you don't have ZL, you don't have Herman. What I would do is I would max Alp, and then I would wait. I would use QSH with Alp. It's gonna be a good march. And then I would wait and see what the KVK map commander is, and then make your decision on which commanders you want to max out, and then move on to 2 archer marches eventually. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Hey, it's looking great. I know, I know. Am I gonna max him for this OL? If we get to the playoffs, probably. I mean, he is good, bro. Wait, no, I can't actually. Well, I can. No, I can't. Because I'm running my archer rally. I don't have 3 archer sets. I can't run 3 archers in... Because, like, I have to use Shapur primary, I have to use QSH primary, and then I'd have to use AA primary as well. Which just... I don't have 3 archer set. I have a leadership set, but I'm using my leadership set on my Garrison anyway. I can't even use him in Arc. I'm doing too many things. You'll do it if I do it? Bro, I can't even use him, even if I max him. Even if I got him maxed for free right now, I couldn't even use him in Arc. AA as a secondary to Shapur. I was thinking about it, and I got a bit maybe overhyped. But, man, he loses this entire skill, which is all of his stats. And he also, well, and also this instant proc Pierce, and he also loses this whole skill, which is 1000 damage factor and this damage reduction. I think he loses too much in a rally. I don't think you can do it. I don't think he will work in a rally. I don't think you can do it. I mean, we'll probably end up testing it at some point, but I don't see it. However, when you're swarming, he loses nothing. This broken commander that you guys just watched on Chisgul's stream, where we dueled, where we fought in murder balls, this guy loses nothing when he swarms a garrison. He keeps every skill. Every part of every skill. He loses nothing. When you swarm a garrison with Alp and Herman, oh my god. Or if you have Shapur. Bro, Shapur Alp on a swarm? Bro. Oh, hell no. So we finally have 2 goated archer march? 100%. Archers now have the strongest march in the game and the second strongest march in the game. And it may sound biased, because you guys know I'm an archer simp and I love archers, but that's just the truth. Go back and watch Chiz's stream, or the video is gonna post if you haven't. But Alp with Herman is better than the Sun Tzu March, and it's better than the second Caval, and it's better than the Arthur Achilles March. That's just the way it is. He is, in my estimation... Now again, maybe I am a bit off on this, and maybe like real KVKs will show us different results. Maybe, I could be wrong. But from what we've seen, and from the signs, he looks to be right now the second strongest commander in the game after QSH. Do I recommend you to play this game or not for free to play because you used to play Call of Dragons? So, I will be completely honest with you. If you're going to be free to play in this game, you will have to grind and work your behind off. You can do it. There are some very, very competitive free to play players, like for example Poppa that I mention a lot. That's one of the highest KP players in the game. Well, not one of the highest in terms of like top 10, but he's a very, very high KP player, super competitive field fighter, and he's fully free to play. But he plays more than anyone, and he grinds more than anyone, and he's a very, very good player. So, you can do it, but it will take a lot of grind. YSG is benched. For 2 marches, YSG is benched. Yes. For meta. You can still use QSH YSG, or if you have... Because I imagine there's more people that have ZL maxed than have Herman maxed. You can, if you have, let's say, QSH, ZL, and YSG maxed, you can use QSH with ZL and you can use Alp with YSG, and that's 2 very, very good marches as well. AA Herman or Ash and QSH YSG sounds good. I think the Herman Cherry, and also good to see you, Cherry. I think the Herman is quite a bit better than the Ash. QSH YSG, very, very good. If you have ZL, even better. But yeah, QSH YSG or QSH ZL and AA with Herman or AA with the YSG, insanely good. Alp YSG, yes, I was super surprised. We tested Alp YSG, we tested Alp Zhuge. YSG was better than ZL with Alp. I don't know what to tell you. We tested it 1v1 in duels, YSG was better. We tested it 5v5 in murder ball fights, YSG was better than ZL. So, yeah, with Alp, YSG seems to be a better pairing than ZL. I don't know why, and it's a bit weird, but that seems to be the conclusion. All Archer commanders are maxed. Okay, if all Archer commanders are maxed, you want to run QSH with Zhuge Liang and Alp with Herman. And that's it. That's the 2 Archer marches you want to run if you have every single Archer commander maxed. That is the best you can do. Would have been good to see Herman Primer in the 5v5. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing, if you guys watched my video on Alp that I made last night, before we started the stream, the thing about support tree primary or skill tree primary is honestly a matter of preference and playstyle. Personally, I love the skill tree way more than I like the support tree, but if you have better results with support tree, then use the support tree, right? So go out and try for yourself. When we tested in the duels, the skill tree was better, but maybe in a murder ball, you will perform better with the support tree, and then obviously go ahead and use that, right? I talked about 3 Archer marches. Okay, let's talk about 3 Archer marches. So obviously, with 1 Archer march, QSH YSG, when you're running 3, you have to. You have to. Actually, no, you don't have to. You do have to. You do have to. QSH YSG for the first march, Alp with Herman for the second march, and then for your third march, you have a few options. You can do ZL with Asher, you can do ZL with Philip, and that's kind of your 2 main options that you have. ZL with Philip or ZL with Asher for the third Archer march, for those running 3. You have ZL and Herman Prime Max. Perfect. Max QSH, Max Alp, and you have the 2 best Archer marches in the game. Perfect. I'm trying to keep up with chats. 7 marches, 3 Archers with 1 leadership set. QSH, YSG, Herman AA, and Philip ZL. Perfect, Joe. Perfect. Perfect. I think that's great. That's probably the same thing I'm gonna do on my account. Because Can Attila and Achilles beat Ea and Herman? No. We tested the strongest dueling cavalry marches in the game against Ea and Herman, and nothing could beat it. Nothing. So no. Huo, Arthur couldn't beat it. GG with Achilles couldn't beat it, which means definitely Attila and Achilles also cannot beat it. Check my chats. For talent build. I would do this a bit differently. I mean, why not? Let me level 60 my Alp right now and show you guys what talents I will be using on my Alp. Now, do what you want. You don't need to blindly follow me, but if you're asking for my opinion, I'll show you guys what build I'm gonna run. Bro, I'm so broke on stars because of goddamn stupid Raz. He made me level up all my commanders for his stupid TKC talent trees. Now I'm broke. Oh. Attila and Achilles bad for 1v1? Yeah, that as well. Attila Achilles is not a good 1v1 march. Somehow GG is the only single target commander that doesn't deal AoE damage in this gen so far. Yes, cavalry have been shafted. They have been absolutely shafted. Cavalry got bent over and they got, you know, yeah. Bad things have happened to them recently. Wedge 2 came out. Wedge 2 came out, new archers came out, new infantry came out, and the cavalry is just the worst out of the three, by far. GG is way worse than Sun Tzu and he's way worse than Alp. How's the website progressing? It's going good. I haven't worked on it since the KVK fighting started, but I need to get back to work on it soon. So yeah, look forward to more updates. We gotta add Alp and all that stuff, so I'm probably gonna do that tonight after I end stream. Or maybe tomorrow, because it's already 6 AM my time and I haven't slept tonight. So maybe tomorrow we'll work on the website. Let me see. Trying to read chat. You play... Wait, what's the meta 5 marches right now? Meta 5 marches right now is Sun Tzu William Wallace, BQ with Lucha, QSH with Zhuge Liang, AA with Herman, and Arthur Achilles. That is the best 5 marches you can run right now. Before today, I would be quite like, I wouldn't be fully sure on what to say, but definitely the weakest second march option is the cavalry. The Arthur with Hector or whatever is way worse than what you can run for archers or for infantry. So it's 2 archers, 2 infantry, 1 cavalry right now. It's the strongest 5 marches you can run. You play 1 march, you have QSH YSG and Shajarn? I'm guessing Shajar? You don't bother with Alp, bro. You're free to play, don't bother. If you have QSH YSG, just run that, bro. You really wanted Tommy to do better? She's just too old, bro. I mean, YSG is old too, but like, her kit just doesn't work. I mean, she's not terrible, but like, yeah. Anyway, my build. People want to know. So I'm grabbing full Feral Nature, I'm grabbing full Latent Power, because this works on the Pierced effects. I'm grabbing full Naked Rage, because it does so much damage that I don't care about taking more damage. Now, don't grab this if you don't want to, but I'm gonna take it. Venomous Sting, more damage. Razor Sharp, more Rage. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of normal attack. This talent is not very good. You get attack when you're below 50%. When you're below 50%, your effectiveness in the field has been reduced significantly already, so I don't like grabbing things for open field that trigger when you're below 50%. What formation? Wedge 2. Wedge formation. Is it updated on Mera? Okay, not yet, Cherry. I wanted to wait until we did the testing so that I could give, like, real results and not just put up my predictions on Meta okay. So after the stream tonight, or probably tomorrow after I get some sleep, I'm gonna update the websites. And I'll do a ping when we update the site. So this commander is a must. If you are someone that runs 2 archer marches or have the ability to run 2 archer marches, then yes. If leadership, Philip CL over Philip Shajar? Yes. Philip Shajar is not a good march. Would there ever be a use case for the AA Caesar March? No. That was just for fun, we didn't know what to run. Just ignore that. No. You can probably do it and get away with it, but it's not something I would recommend, to put it that way. You share with everyone in the kingdom? Yo, thank you, Cherry. That's very, very kind of you. It's very, very kind. I'll message you, Cherry, on Discord when it's updated. Also, why are you not modded in the chat, Cherry? You gotta, you know, if someone's talking smack to you, you gotta wipe them out. There you go. You play with one march, you have QSH. I already answered you, bro. If you play one march, you don't need Alp. But yeah, this is the tree I'm gonna run, for those that were asking about the talents. This is what I'm gonna use. AA primary, Herman secondary. I will use AA primary and Herman secondary, yes. If you prefer the support tree primary, by all means, use the support tree primary. Yeah. It's preference, playstyle preference. That's what it comes down to. For me, skill tree is way better than support. Better to drop Cavs, you would say? Free-to-play cannot max KVK tech for all three troop types. Well, it depends on your march composition, bro. If you're running more Cavs than archers, then you should max your cavalry tech. It depends on how many marches you're running off what type. Oh. I maybe need to start buying these soon, because I'm running out of books and stars. QSHCL or QSHAA? QSHCL. QSHCL. What's this? That's amazing, bro. That's great. 5 marches. Perfect. It's really good. Really good, bro. I have no feedback. It's really, really good. Yeah, really good. Really good. And also, I want to show you guys, if you run Herman Primary, because I know a lot of people will run Herman Primary and you like Herman Primary better, you want to run this build. If you use Herman Primary, you want to use this. If you run Alt Primary, you can copy my talents if you want, or drop the Naked Rage if you don't like it, which is this build. And if Herman Primary, the build I just showed. Where is it? Where's my Herman? There. This one over here. You run 2 marches, so ZL Herman to Herman AA. Yes, exactly. If you run 2 archer marches previously, you want to run QSH with ZL, so you move your ZL to your QSH, and you bench YSG, and then you run AA with Herman. Or Herman with AA, whichever you like primary. One march of each, but Cavs trading worse. Not even 10% of total kills with Alpine picture. 2 archer marches is better than running 1 meta Cav march. Yeah, sure. If you're gonna run more archers than Cavs, then go ahead and do the archer tech and drop the Cav tech, right? You tried running Herman Primary this KVK, but it just felt like it was getting wrecked more often than not. Don't know if AA will change that. I had the same feeling with Herman Primary. When it was Herman Primary versus ZL Primary, my ZL Primary always did better. And let me actually show you guys my sheet of my marches from this KVK. For those of you that haven't watched my video. Yeah, so you can see over here, this is how my marchers performed in this KVK. You can see my ZL Herman did very good. Like, very, very good. 1.46 is really great. Yeah, my ZL Herman did good. When I run Herman primary, I don't trade nearly as good. So yeah. Maybe for some people Herman primary works better, and if that's you, then use Herman primary. But for me, ZL primary has been better, and skill tree primary in general seems to be better for me. And I will say, this became especially true after they introduced Wedge 2. And why do I say that? Because with Wedge 2, there are more boosts from the armaments, boosts, right? There's more boosts, skill damage boosts. Which, if you guys don't know, boost applies after calculating all of your bonus. So the more bonus you have, the more the boost is boosting, if that makes sense. And also with the skill tree, you're obviously getting a lot more skill damage bonuses than you're getting with your you're getting a lot of skill damage bonuses, right? In the bro, I can't speak. I'm so tired. You're getting a lot of skill damage bonuses in the skill tree, whereas in the support tree, you're getting no skill damage bonuses. So the damage difference between skill tree and support tree is actually quite big. You've been using Attila Achilles, but you get bad trades unless you run attack march. Is it because you're a bad fighter? No, not necessarily. Attila Achilles is very, what should I say? It's a very specific march where you kinda want to run the arch setup on it. Otherwise, you're better off running another combo march. Attila Achilles is not for everyone. If you have the specific setup like I do, it works. If not, then I would probably stay away from it. Isn't the last skill in the support tree as slow? Why not use that? Okay, great question, Noah. Great question. And the reason why you don't want to use that is because this skill over here on... Can I find him? This skill over here on Arsland, when you debuff for every 5 instances, you have a 10% chance, or actually this is a 50% chance when you max out the skill, to put on another 2 debuffs in AoE, right? Now, if you have a slow available, this has a chance to apply the slow, which you don't want. You want it to apply pierce or poison. Because slow is worse than pierce or poison, right? These debuffs are way better than the slow. So you don't actually want to have a slow, because if you do have a slow, there's a chance that it applies the slow in AoE instead of the pierce or the poison. And it's on a cooldown. So even though it might sound good to have another debuff, and that's what I also initially thought, I think in reality, you don't actually want to have a slow. So that's why I'm not grabbing the talents for slow. Do you think AA is good with Wedge 1 Special Hunter, or do you need to swap to Wedge 2? Wedge 2 is going to be better. It just is. But it will still be good with Hunter. It's not going to be bad. If you don't have the stones to swap, you're still going to be okay. Wedge 2 is better, yes. Advantage Advanced is very, very good. But if you don't have it... And also, by the way, this is another debuff for Alp. So keep that in mind too. But yeah, again, if you can't do it and you don't have it, then... use Hunter. Hunter is still good. Hunter benefits single target. I think I still have a Hunter somewhere. Yeah, I have it on my Nevsky. I don't even use this march, but... yeah, this is just sitting here, but yeah. Hunter boosts your single target damage, right? Which Alp does a lot of. So, Hunter is not bad. But Advantage Advance is better. You're running Arch on it. Someone argued for you doing that, but if you only use 1 cav from now, you can bench that combo. Oh, 100% Cherry. If you run 1 cav, just run the Arthur with Achilles. Don't bother with Attila if you're running 1 cav march. Arthur Hector is good or not? I don't like it that much. I think it's okay. Until we get a new cavalry commander, I think it's probably the best you can do. But, yeah. You stuck with Herman Primary for the majority of the KVK, but when you switched back to ZL Primary, it seemed like it was doing better. But you weren't keeping track of the actual kills. Well, it's hard to say, but... and, again, I've said this now a million times, I think, but everyone performs with different commanders and different primaries, different secondaries, differently. Different talent builds, differently. Because the way I play, and my gear, my armaments, my equipment, is my crystal tech is completely different to what you have, right? So what works for me might not work the same for you. That's what I'm trying to say. So always, always, always do your own testing. Don't just blindly watch some YouTube video and be like, okay, that's what I need to do. Like, there are some things, like, I can say that QSH is the best commander in the game, and that's just a fact. That's true. But, like, on specific things when it comes to gear builds, armament builds, talent builds, find out what works best for you and use that. I might say something because that works the best for me, but that doesn't mean that works the best for you. So always do your own research, always. This is... Oh. Let me... I need to accept this collaboration with Chizgul. Give me just a second, chat. How do I do this again? Oh, here. No? Oh, I gotta click this link. Sorry, I gotta accept Chizgul's collaboration requests. Accept. And accept. Again, massive, massive thank you to Chiz for... Obviously, he's a massive creator, the biggest in ROK, and helping out small me. That's really, really kind of him, and he's been supporting me for a very long time, so... Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. I would not be in this position and situation I'm in now if it wasn't for him. That's 100% sure. Not even close to where I am now. Arsland is worth the max. If you run 2 archer marches, yes, he's great. He's great. Arsland is great for 2 archers. I agree, Noah. I also feel like the support tree slow is a scam. I ran it on my CPO and bro, I don't know, I didn't feel anything. I even... Look, I have double slow on this march. I didn't feel nothing. They were just running away from me. Maybe it's slowing my own marches. Maybe that's what's happening. There's a full scam. Full-on scam. Is just the biggest rock creator globally, or there is someone bigger in China? I honestly have no idea. On YouTube, I know for a fact he's the biggest Rise of Kingdoms creator, but I don't know. They have different platforms in China, right? Maybe there's some massive one on the Chinese server. I have no clue. I have no clue. Yo, you're welcome, Cherry. You're welcome. I'll let you know when I've updated my site. And always, always, Cherry, if you have any questions, just message me on Discord. I'll be happy to help you. Arsland best pair? Herman? Yes, Herman. Herman and YSG are his 2 best pairs from the testing that we did. What's this? Herman? I would drop this. I don't think this is beneficial to you, but other than that, pretty good. Oof. Didn't Cheesy lose the creator of the year to another person? No. So, how that works is that you have to choose one when you win multiple awards. And in the Governor of the Year event, if you win multiple events, you have to pick which one you want to win. So in Chizgul's case, he won Best Creator of the Year and the Best Guide Creator of the Year. Or I think Best Performing Creator of the Year and Best Guide Creator of the Year. And I believe he chose to win Best Guide Creator of the Year? I don't remember. But basically, if you win 2 categories, you have to pick one. That's how it works. So even though he won 2, he only, like, technically won 1. Herman Primary, whatever you want, Lightning. I will use AA Primary. I like AA Primary better. But if you like Herman Primary better, then use Herman Primary. But I will use AA Primary. You're... Oh, I guess we can spin the wheel. We can spin the wheel. We'll go to 100. We'll go to 100. What's this? Multi-spin? Huh? What's that do? Oh, okay. Come on. 8 spots. Okay. 2 heads. Not bad. 8 spots. Another 2 heads. Not bad. No heads. Bro, please. We need 8 spots right now. 2 heads. Not bad. This wheel is not very good, chat. I'm getting cooked. I am getting cooked. 1. 1. 3. Okay. 8 spot. We need an 8 spot. 2. 3. Come on. Okay! Oh my god, that's a great spin. That's a great spin. Okay, it's saved. The whole wheel is saved. It's all saved. It is all saved. It's all saved. Okay, we got there. First time spinning the wheel, it seems. Bro, you are so wrong about that statement. You couldn't be more wrong. I am the master of the wheel. Look at this. GG. This commander is not in the daily special offer. He's only on the wheel. Bang. 0 gold head spent. I am a master at spinning the wheel. I spent 0 gold heads on this dude. All wheel. I had like 1,400 tickets or something when he dropped. So I just dropped them all on him. More Than Gem should be soon. Yes, More Than Gem should be this Saturday. This Saturday, yeah. This Saturday and Sunday. Yup. Yup. Looks like you're keeping your QSHZL. You hope the next Cavs is actually QSH level. You're just cooked having 2 Cav marches. Yeah, honestly, it sucks. Like, I'm an archer player and obviously I'm happy that archers are very strong, but cavalry are very weak. Like, even as an archer player, I can admit that. Cavalry are horribly weak right now. They really need a QSH level commander. If they don't get it, they will still be behind. Because archers got 2 QSH level commanders right now, and infantry got 1. Archers, cavalry have 0. So, yeah. What would be my rock monthly spend if I don't mind answering? Bro, that varies a lot. That varies so much. Some months, I don't know, I spend like 500 bucks, and then some like 2,000-3,000. I don't know, it really varies a lot. It depends on the events that's going on, if I'm in KVK or not, if I need gems or not. It depends on a lot of different things. You'll be running QSHZL and AAYSG. Tired of Tamaris. Yeah, great. I think Herman's slightly better than YSG, but if you don't have Herman, YSG is also gonna be amazing. Do you know when Esmeralda is coming? I don't. You should be the weakest troop when you're the fastest. Well, I think that was more true before, but bro, like, Alp with Herman is so fast, and the infantry are really quick now as well these days, so... I mean, man, Cavs aren't even, like, that quick anymore. Like, trust me, I'm the first person in the game to call out the Cav players when they're crying about nothing and whatever. But man, like, they have good reason to complain right now, because they are just weaker. You have QSH, ZL, and Alp Herman is good. Perfect. Lightning. Perfect, bro. Perfect. Leadership will be OP and everyone will be upset. Bro, that would be a crazy... honestly, I hope now that the leadership is not good. There would be too many commanders to max. We did some testing of your own in Arc Balance mode, and one thing you noticed was that AA Herman did much better against Achilles and GG than QSH plus AA. But against Huan Arthur, the opposite was true. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but at the same time, do you think it could be because of QSH's fourth skill activating too often and spending rage to negate the combo procs? Partly, yes. That is a part of the situation. But also, different commanders have different things, right? Like, some have skill damage mitigations, some have normal damage mitigations, combo damage mitigations, so... Like, commanders will perform differently in 1v1s against different commanders. But yeah, it could very well be because of the combo attacks. Messing with QSH. That could be true. What about Garrison Archer, strong or weak? We don't know. We're gonna test that when the MG ends. Which is in 4 days and 19 hours. We're gonna test the new Archer Garrison. And we're gonna find out if it's good or not. Now, I think, Logosmonger, it's partially true what you're saying. I do think cavalry should be in like a 1v1. They should probably remain the weakest troop type in the game when it comes to just fist fighting to the death. Because they're the only troop type that can easily run away, because they are the quickest. But they shouldn't be as weak as they are right now. They should be a little bit weaker, but not... Right now they are way too weak. They are super weak right now. Like people were saying before that archers are unplayable. We're kind of getting to the point where you can start having the conversation about cavalry being unplayable. Obviously, I'm pretty sure this will all change when cavalry get a new commander and Delta 2, and I think it will be all fine with cavalry. But right now, it really sucks. Right now, it really does suck. For the cavalry players out there. And including myself. I mean, hey, I run two cavalry marches. I'm not happy that cavalry is weak either. I want all my marches to be strong, right? Only 2? Man. Scammed. Thank you to you and Chisgul for the testing. Looking forward to how Hayam does in the garrison. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I don't have that high hopes for Hayam. But you never know. You never know. You never know. I think you can run some wacky pairings with this commander though, which is honestly what I'm most looking forward to with Hayam, is just cooking. Like, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna run Artemisia with it, I'm gonna run YSG with it, I'm gonna run everything with Hayam, I'm gonna try everything. I think there's so much you can do with this commander because of the way her kit works. Now, if it's gonna be good or not, we'll see, but there are a lot of options. A lot of interesting things that we can try. So yeah, we'll see how Hayam does. Man, I'm so broken materials. I'm just permanently broken materials. I have so much stuff I need to craft, but just never any materials. I'll fix the website tomorrow. I have a lot of work to do on it. First, I'm gonna add Hayam and... well, not Hayam. I'm gonna add Alp to the tier lists and all that stuff. That's my first priority. But I have a lot of work to do, yeah. Um... Sorry, I was reading something. When am I giving away my account? Never. Never. Shajar AA works or just use AA Juge? Don't use AA Juge. You'd be better off doing AA with YSG and QSH with Zuge if... Omega, what's your situation? Do you have QSH, YSG, and Zuge? Is that the 3 archers you have maxed? Who's getting benched between ZL, YSG, Herman? YSG. YSG. If you guys watch Chiz's stream, or if you go back and watch Chiz's stream, you'll see that the effect that ZL had on the ball is just so much better than YSG. Like, yes, the report on the QSH YSG can be better sometimes than on QSH Zuge. But bro, Zuge's debuff on the ball just changes the entire fight, like... It's not even close. You have QSH, YSG, Zuge, and Shajar. Omega, use QSH, Zuge, and Alp Shajar. That will be your 2 best options. You have QSH, Zuge, YSG, Alp. Now what's best? Exactly what I told Omega. QSH, Zuge, Alp, YSG. That's the best way to do it, if you have those commanders maxed. If you have Herman maxed, Alp, Herman, and QSH Zuge is the best you can do. Rip Philip? Yeah, Philip does not have long left. He is still good to put where you don't have another good commander. But he's on his way out, for sure. If the next cav is China Commander, it will be broken, otherwise not. Bro, I don't know what you guys go on with this China Commander stuff. They just released Alp, bro. He's a Turkish commander, and he is broken as hell. So, it doesn't have to be a Chinese commander. Why Alp not with ZL in that setup? Honestly, Amthala, I can't explain to you why. But we ran it. We ran it in duels, in 1v1s. We also ran it in 5v5 in the Murder Ball. And Alp with ZL was losing. So, okay, to give you context of the entire setup. I mean, I have the reports here. I was using the old meta, like, 2 Archer Marches. Which was QSH, YSG, ZL, Herman. And then I was using BQ, Lucha, and Sansu Wallace, and Arthur with Achilles. These were the 5 marches that I was using every single time. And Chiz was the one changing around. So Chiz was using these 3 same marches. The only thing that was different in his setup was his Archer Marches. So he was using QSH with ZL and Alp with Herman. That's what we tried first. And he completely annihilated me. He had 4 marches left alive and he destroyed me. Okay? And then we switched to him dropping Herman and he ran Alp with YSG and QSH with ZL. And he still destroyed me. Not as much as with the Herman, but he still beat me pretty handedly. And then we switched to him using QSH YSG and Alp with Zhuge Liang. And I beat him with ZL Herman and QSH YSG. And we thought, okay, maybe it was a flop, and we ran it multiple times, and it kept happening. When he was running Alp with ZL, it just didn't work against me. The ZL Herman in the setup was winning. I can't explain to you why, and I even said before we tested, I thought that the Alp with ZL would be pretty good. But what the test actually showed, it was just way worse. I don't know why, but QSH with ZL and Alp YSG was way better than QSH YSG and Alp ZL. I don't know why, but that was the results. What's the 1 March verdict? So the 1 March verdict is still that QSH with... Okay, so let me give some more context as to the test we were running. Every single time... Let me turn off the music, because I'm gonna go crazy soon. I'm gonna go schizo. Every single time, me and Chizgul had the same targeting order. So every single time we targeted Sun Tzu first, Arthur Achilles second, BQ Luce first, third, then the ZL Herman March for me, and no, sorry, the QSH YSG, the QSH March fourth, and then the ZL March last. And in my case, I targeted this Alp last. And simply the reason why we did it in that order is that we wanted to see the difference between the archers when they were not getting attacked, right? Because obviously if I just swarm down the Alp off the start of the fight, then we can't really see what impact he has on the ball, right? So we had the same order of attacking every single time. And when we looked at Chizgul's reports, because his archers were basically always left alive when he ran the best setup, the QSH was getting better reports than the Alp. Not by too much, but better. So, and we also tried QSH with Alp. It didn't seem that good because the synergy just isn't there. Alp just doesn't have skill damage bonuses that QSH wants, and also QSH doesn't have debuffs that Alp wants. So I think for the 1 March, it's still QSH with YSG or ZL, whichever you have. That seems to still be the best archer march that you can run for 1 March. Now for 2 Marches, you want to run QSH with ZL and Alp with Herman. That's the best you can do. If you don't have Herman, you can also run Alp with YSG and QSH with ZL. That was the best that we found. And also, by the way, also to add on to this whole Alp YSG versus Alp ZL thing, we even ran 1v1s, and I can probably find the report. I mean, I have a million reports here. Yeah, like, bro, this is the healing cavalry march with GG Achilles, single targets and AoE against, well, it's kind of AoE, mostly single target and AoE. And, bro, the Alp YSG beat the GG Achilles in a 1v1. And also, GG is completely cheating in a 1v1, by the way, because this guy heals troops that can't be severely wounded. So this trade, like, should even be worse if it was regular healing. But anyway, and the Alp with YSG beat it 1v1. A YSG beat the cavalry 1v1. How did that happen? I don't know. But then when we ran, look what happened to ZL. He got destroyed. Well, not destroyed, it's still not a terrible report for the Alp ZL, but compared to the YSG, like, bro, that should not, like, YSG should not be winning 1v1s. I think it's honestly just due to the fact of his really high damage numbers. Honestly. Because, I mean, man, like, he has like 4,000 something single target damage, Alp. Alp has like 4,000 something single target damage, right? With his full pierce stuff, the damage factor, and the fort skill. So, is this all with level 5 awakened gear? Yes. Which is even crazier, because then the combo commanders are benefiting so much from the tier 5 equipment, right? This is all full tier 5 gear. Armaments, accessories, everything. Full special inscriptions on everything. Level 5. So it was surprising, but I think the reason just is the fact of Alp having so high damage numbers that when you give 62% skill damage bonus from YSG, it just kills stuff. And it's the same reason why QSH with YSG is so good. Because they have so high damage numbers that when you give them 62% skill damage, like YSG gives them, they're just strong. That's probably the reason, if I had to guess, why ZL is worse than YSG with Alp. But yeah, I can't really give you a concrete answer on why, but we tried it multiple times, because I didn't really believe it. I thought, oh, okay, it was just like a bad run or unlucky, bad RNG, whatever. And we kept running it, but the same result kept coming back. Like, YSG was winning, and ZL with Alp was losing. Now, the interesting part of this is when we tried... So, Chiz then changed QSH ZL to QSH YSG and Alp Herman. So he kept the Alp Herman the same, but changed between QSH YSG and QSH ZL. When he ran QSH ZL, I beat him with 3 marches left with ZL Herman against Alp Herman. I beat him. And then, multiple times. And then when he switched back to QSH with ZL, he started beating me again. So the ZL had a really powerful impact on the Murder Ball fight in general in the 5v5, paired with QSH. It was amazing. But when you paired him with Alp, it wasn't nearly as good. So it's interesting. With QSH, ZL seems very, very strong. But with Alp, not so much. And I don't know why. But that's the results that we got to. GG does great healing in a 1v1, but with Achilles is not the best dueling march for it. I ran Arthur. I ran Huo Arthur. You wanna see what that did? It got beat by QSH Alp, I think. And then we were like, okay, no point to even run that anymore. Yeah, I mean, bro. Bro. This used to be the king. This is Wedge 2, full special inscriptions, all level 5 iconic gear. Huo Arthur. I mean, I don't know. Sounds like he's landing pretty much exactly where expected then. Definitely meta for 2 marches, not needed for 1. Exactly, exactly, Amthala. You're on point. Like, we ran all of it. Like, I wanted to try to find, okay, what's the best thing I can run into this? So that's why we ran the gauntlet at the start. I tried many different things. There's even more before this. I ran many different things, 1v1 against this QSH Alp to try to find out, okay, what should we test with? And this beat it. GG Achilles beat QSH Alp 1v1. I was like, okay, then I'm gonna run with this march. Because, I mean, everything else was getting cooked, man. Like, just wasn't good. Alp talent tree. This is what I'm gonna be using. But yeah, I don't know, it was very strange. It just was not working well. Anything against it. The big thing is, it seems like with YSG is 62% skill damage increase. Yeah, I mean, it has to be. There can't be any other reason really why that march is so much better than the ZL. It has to be just the fact that he just does so much single target damage and damage in general, Alp, that when you pair it with YSG, he just pops off. And with ZL just doesn't give him enough. But it is interesting because Herman also, I think, did really, really good in the 1v1. Even though Herman doesn't give him that much. Where is it? Yeah, we tried QSH ZL just to, like, compare. Alp Shajar, yeah, I mean... Yeah, so he ran the Herman primary Alp first, secondary first, and it beat me, but I traded positive because of GG, obviously. And then he ran Alp primary, Herman secondary, and then he started winning, like, everything. Now I couldn't beat him anymore. So, yeah, I don't know why Herman is so strong in the 1v1. Maybe it's just because the poison stacks just stacks up, and then he just becomes broken. Because, well, I'm taking 45% skill damage constantly, extra. So that's probably the answer as to why Herman is so good in the 1v1. Also, it might be with the stacking effect with YSG rage gain, because it's better than ZL. YSG does not have better rage gain than ZL. ZL generates more rage than YSG. Does ZL's performance with QSH have something to do with rage generation? Potentially. Because the thing on, and I mean, I'm talking about QSH now rather than Alp. But the thing with QSH is that when you pair him with ZL, you can go super, super greedy. No, this is not what I actually use. You can run this equipment with no rage, and you can run this talent with almost no rage. I mean, you have Rejuvenate and you have a little bit of rage over here. But you can run a super, super greedy QSH build. And what I mean by greedy is that we're just maximizing damage and we're not taking any rage from talents and we're not taking any rage from a horn. With QSH and ZL, you can do that because ZL gives you enough rage. YSG, over a long period, over a long fight, he doesn't give you enough rage. So that could also be why. That you just can do a better talent build with paired with ZL, with QSH. ZL only gives 30 rage when dealing damage with Marquee or the active skill, so max 60 extra per turn. I don't know, I'm not gonna pretend to know the math. All I know is Bilect and Davor did it when QSH got released, and The answer was that ZL generates more rage than YSG. I'm not gonna tell you why because I don't know. So go ask them, but from what I know, they did very, very in-depth math on the rage gen when it comes to QSH, ZL, and YSG. So ask them, I don't know, but from what they've said, and I trust both of them, ZL does generate more rage than YSG. It might have something, I mean, I can probably answer the question myself without even being a genius. It's probably just rejuvenate. Because ZL procs more skills because of Marquee, which then procs rejuvenate more often. Which means, yeah, so you're double proccing ZL skill more, which means you're proccing rejuvenate more, which means you're also proccing this more. So that's probably why it's generating more rage. Whereas ZL's damage decreases compared to YSG become the biggest factor when paired with ALP, since no rage gimmick mechanic in ALP's kit. I think it's just because of the rage, the skill damage bonus that YSG gives. I think that's why it's... And that's maybe why ZL works better with QSH than ZL works with ALP, because QSH maybe needs this extra rage that ZL is giving him, whereas ALP doesn't. Obviously it's nice for ALP to have, but he doesn't like need it, and he's benefiting more from the skill damage bonuses. Yeah, you're right, Solar. And also, exactly, because QSH has 4-second skill cycles, you're able to cast this a lot more, which means you're double proccing QSH skill, or sorry, ZL skill, which means you're also proccing Rejuvenate more, which is probably why QSH paired with ZL is so powerful, because the skill cycles are so fast, and ZL really likes that. Whereas ALP obviously doesn't have that quick skill cycle, so it's not as powerful with ZL. So the answer might be that YSG is just a better commander than ZL, like in general. Just ZL works better with QSH because of the rage mechanic. Can I show the correct talent tree for area primary with Herman? Well, correct. This is what I'm gonna use. You can call it correct, you can call it incorrect. This is what I'm gonna use. I think the only thing you could, like, take away is if you don't like Naked Rage, if you don't like taking more damage, then you can remove it. I like it a lot personally, but if you don't like it, then just take something else. But other than that, I would say... yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just make your own decision on if you want Naked Rage or not. I'm gonna use it, but if you don't want it, then you don't want it. We need more field ball tests to see how AoE damage and reports are, for sure. And obviously this is just day one of testing. I feel like we did a way better job of testing than we usually do with commanders. We actually did 5v5 murder balls, which I think is a lot more valuable than the 1v1 duels. And it truly showed the impact of ALP in a 5v5, which I think is great. Yeah. Didn't I say 1 point needs to go in tail arrow on top left? Tail arrow? What? No. No. Tail arrow? Where's that? Here? Oh. I mean, you can't really do it with a skill tree though. Like, you can do it with QSH, and you can do it with Herman, because you don't go all the way to Feral Nature, but if you go to Feral Nature, you can't go to Phoenix Tail Arrows. So on the regular skill tree commanders, you can't go to Phoenix Tail Arrows. Like, it's nice to have an extra instant proc, but you can't go there. You rejuvenate, or sorry, Feral Nature is too strong. You can't drop Feral Nature. Since you don't have Herman, you could do QSH, Zhuge and Alpo SG. Yes. Yes. And it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna do great. Man, I'm so happy. Archers are back in business. I mean, honestly, for me, archers were still fine. I mean, you guys saw my ZL Herman report, but in general, for the game, archers are back. I don't need people coming to my chat and saying, oh, archers suck anymore. Archers are now officially, I don't know how long it will last, but right now, the strongest open field troop type in the game. Which I'm really happy about as an archer player, obviously. Hit someone in cannon using AA. My AA is not maxed, and I have... My KVK just ended, so I'm gonna be spinning the wheels. I'm not in any rush to max my AA. I'm gonna be spinning the wheels every time they show up, and that's how I'm gonna get my heads for AA. Now we just need to get second Cav into an actual march. Agreed. Cav needs some love. Like, infantry, I would say, is pretty good right now with the 2 marches. Wallace is okay. But cavalry need help. They do. Yeah. You guys know that meme with, like, the like, one baby being held up off the water by the mother and then the other drowned guy, the skeleton in the back? Yeah, that's cavalry right now. Lilith are holding up the archers and playing with them, and cavalry have been left to drown. AA for archers means Alp instead of Art Amani. Yeah, AA does not mean Amani Art anymore. That hasn't meant Amani Art for years. If someone came a week ago into my chat and told me AA, I would have no idea what you're talking about. Arthur Hector is solid. It's okay. But you can't compare it to, like, Alp Herman. Alp Herman is a million times better than Arthur Hector. And I think also, once they release Delta 2, that will also obviously help the Cavs a lot. So I think new cavalry release and Delta 2, Cavs will be fine. It's just like a little bit of suffering. Us archer players have been through a lot of suffering, so you Cav players can suffer for a little bit as well, and then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Why can't they release the story commander to Cav? Cavalry already got a KVK commander. Archers are the only troop type to not have a KVK commander. Of course it should be archers. Alp Hector, it sucks. Alp Hector sucks. We tried it, and it sucks. Like I said earlier, we ran the same marches. The only difference was the archer marches. I ran ZL Herman, QSH YSG. Chizgul ran Alp, Herman, and QSH ZL. Now, Chizgul, we also tried with Alp Hector, by the way. Chiz ran QSH ZL and Alp Hector and dropped the Herman, and I won with 4 marches left, with ZL Herman and QSH YSG, against Alp Hector and QSH ZL. It was not even close. Hector with archers is not good. It just isn't. It just doesn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just hate Hector, to be honest. I think that commander is just terrible. That was like the worst. Like, bro, Chiz ran. Wait, let me find the report so you don't think I'm bullshitting you. Where is it? What is this? This is with Philip. He won. Where is this shit? Here? Bro, he ran Alp with Trajan, and Chizgul won with 3 marches left. When he ran with Hector, I won with 4 marches left. So, just to, like, state the difference, Trajan did a lot better than Hector with Alp. So even Trajan is better than Hector with Alp. Now, obviously, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying go and run Trajan with Alp. No, don't do that. But Hector is terrible with Alp. That's what I'm saying. Is Trajan good secondary? No. No. I do want to do a test though, chat. I want to run a custom game where I try now in 2026 to run a full 5 March skill damage setup and run it against the meta 5 Marches and see if I can win. Full 5 Wedge 2 Marches, all skill damage against the meta 5. And I wonder if I can win. That's what I want to do. You would melt for sure? I think I would lose. I would just be interested to see the results. Just for science. I don't think I'll win. And obviously it doesn't mean anything. It's not like, oh my god, I won, go invest in skill damage commanders. No. That's not like what it's for. It's just for fun. But there's no way I can beat Sun Tzu. No, I'm cooked. Arthur, Achilles. I'm using so subpar commanders. You would run 3 archer, 1 inf and 1 cav for that? Good question. Oof. Low-key, I would be tempted to bring the Guan back out. Just for the silence in the 5v5. I'd be tempted to bring Guan back out. Because the silence, even though Guan will trade like crap, the silence is strong. Don't underestimate the silence in a 5v5. The silence is strong. Don't underestimate it. Yeah, would I run 3 archers? I mean, okay, I'm not trying to trade positive. I'm trying to win the fight, right? So maybe we do run 3 archers and we bring Shajar. Because Shajar has healing. Healing is good for winning the fight. Yeah, but Shajar kind of sucks. I don't know. QSH, YSG, Alperman, Ash, CL, Guan, Skippy, and Huonev. It wouldn't be Huonev, it would be Huo Arthur. Yeah, I think it's probably just 3 archers, huh? Are all leadership garrison skill damage? I'm not using Matthias in the field or Lapu Lapu. They're not better than the skill damage commanders. I'd probably use QSH YSG, Alperman, Ash CL, Ragnar or Skippy or Ragnar, probably Skippy or primary, and Huo Arthur, I think. You want Nev for the skill damage boost? It's only to a Huo though. Huo only does single target damage. Arthur is way better. Arthur is way better. Or Joan, maybe Joan Arthur. They are, no, yes, they are. Is it archers and leadership garrisons that are staying skill damage? Yeah, seems like it. I don't know. Joan Belly? No, Arthur has to be there. Arthur has to be there. Arthur's like one of the strongest skill damage commanders in the game. Well, apart from archer commanders, but like for infantry and cav. I mean, I could maybe run 2 cavs. I could run QSH, CL, and Alperman. And then... Huo Arthur and Nevsky Joan. And Skippy or Ragnar. I wanna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find a training partner and we're gonna run it. Just for fun. We'll do a video. That sounds like a fun experiment. I don't think I can win. Like, I think there's no chance I win. But, maybe. Maybe. I mean, the thing that is strong is the Alp Herman, right? Because with the Herman stacks on everyone, and Alp stacks up Herman really quickly. It could make all those skill damage marches just do so much damage that it just melts everyone. Maybe. That's the only, like, hope. Have to use Belly? Yeah, maybe instead of Nevsky. I don't know. Maybe Belly over Nevsky. What's my honest opinion on Alp? Does Alp have potential to farm KP, or is he only for debuff spread? Alp has a great potential to farm KP. He beats everyone in a fight, so yeah, he has really good potential to farm KP. He is not just a debuff spreader. Huo, Belly, John, Arthur? No, I think I would do John, Belly, Huo, Arthur. Huo has too much amplification to use with Belly. Belly is only single target as well, right? And Huo does like a lot of amplification. Skill damage. Some other stuff. Rage reduction. Skill damage. Right? Like, he has a lot of bonuses and he has quick rage cycles. So I think I have to do Huo with Arthur. It will be a crime if I don't. The same for Joan. Joan doesn't do anything. Like, what does Joan give to Arthur? Nothing. Joan is 20% attack. Normal damage bonus, that doesn't do anything. Normal damage bonus, that doesn't do anything. 5% damage. They don't do enough. I think it has to be Nevsky Joan. Because Nevsky also does... like, there's two big AoE skill damage cavalry commanders, right? There's Joan and there's Arthur. And there's two really good cav amplifiers. And there's Huo and there's Nevsky. So you put one with each, I think. I think you have to. Arthur expertise with double procs? Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't do enough damage though. I mean, it's the same reason why Joan Arthur in the field in general is just not that good, even with Wedge 2. There's just no, like, numbers. Like, it's just a raw damage factor, but there's no amplification. I mean, it's the same reason why YSG is so OP, because he has so good amplification. Could I show the 5v5 report switches from my Herman ZL March? Because you saw from Chiss, Alp pairs wasn't able to outdamage QSH or even the BQ Lucha despite not being targeted. Sure. I mean, bro... yeah, QSH is better than ZL Herman. What can I say? I mean, maybe when I was winning... okay, here I won the fight, so my ZL actually lived to tell the tale. But QSH still does way better. So, no, I don't know. It's just a weird thing to think about. It is. I mean, I could even bring Trajan into the mix. Do I bring Trajan? Wait, who would I even use Trajan with, though? That's the real question. Trajan... I mean, he would have to be a secondary. It would have to be like... oh my god, like Drone Trajan? Or... Huo Trajan? Oh man, that sounds terrible. Guan Trajan? I mean, low-key... wait. Guan Trajan? That might be a cook. That might be a cook. Guan Trajan. I think we might be onto something there. And I run echelon formation on it. I run echelon formation. Oh my god. I think that's the one. Guan Trajan. All the way. Philip Shajar to buff forever. Shajar buffs suck, man. Shajar is just terrible commander, I don't know. She's good in Canyon, but that's about it. Yeah, I remember Guan Trajan in that Murder Ball tournament. Oh, Guan Trajan. Okay. Okay. Shajar for healing? The healing she does to her allies is so small. And if he targets my Guan Trajan, I'm just gonna kill him anyway, because that March is pretty tanky. Trajan is super tanky commander. Trajan is really tanky. I'm not running Trajan primary, I'm running Guan primary. You have to run Guan primary. If you run Guan secondary, you lose like half your damage, yeah. Wait, low-key, I did not realize this dude has 2000 damage factor. That's more than I thought. That's more than I thought. That's not even that bad. That's not even that bad. Ah, not bad. CPO Trajan? No, I'm using Ragnar. I'm gonna use 2 archers. 2 infantry, 1 cav. Who Arthur? It has to be Who Arthur. There's no way anything else is better. You have to do... Yeah, I mean the 2 archers are like easy. QSHCL, Alp, Perman. CPO, Ragnar, has to be. That March is good with Wedge 2. Well, like compared to our other options at least. Huo, Arthur, yeah, has to be. And... goddamn Guan Trajan. Oh man, it's been... well, my stream hasn't been on for that long, but I've been streaming for a long time. I was live with Chiz for what, nearly 5 hours? And now we've been going for another hour and a half. And we even recorded a video in Chiz's stream. And I recorded that video just before Chiz's stream. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, but it's been so much fun. It's been so much fun. Yeah, I mean, untouched wins, it's possible, untouched, that ZL Herman might just deal more damage. But the effect on the ball is not even close, like... And also, if you get into a situation where you do get hit, Alp is way better. And he can beat anyone in a duel. If you ever want to run that, let me know. Yo, I'll let you up, Solar. Maybe you can run the other side of things. You can run the meta. And I'll run the skill damage and then we'll see. Also, wait. Let me think about this. Because we need to think of a targeting order. What would make the most sense? You probably want to kill my QSH first, right? I think that makes the most sense to get that thing off the field. Because, I mean, that has to be the best skill damage march. Maybe you want to kill my QSH first. Then you want to kill my Alp, probably. Or do you want to kill my Alp? I think so. Alp Herman first? Ah, maybe you're right, so it doesn't allow the spread for the debuffs. True. True. Then QSH, then probably, what, the Scipio Ragnar? Like, because the thing is with the Guan Trajan, right? It's either you hit it first or you hit it last. Because you don't want to hit that thing like in the middle of it, because that's gonna be a bad situation for you. So if you're not hitting it first, you probably want to hit it last. So Guan Trajan probably lasts, I think is safe to say. But then, after QSH, maybe the Scipio. Maybe the Scipio Ragnar. Who Arthur, Scipio Ragnar? I don't know. That's yeah, it's a toss-up like you say. I have no idea. I have no idea. What would you run for the meta 5? I mean, right now it has to be... I mean, it's easy, isn't it? It's just QSH, ZL, Alp, Herman, Arthur Achilles, Sun BQ, Sun Wallace and BQ Lucha. I think that's pretty easy for the 5 meta. Okay, now the real test. Now we need to do this when cavalry have gotten 1 more cycle and infantry have gotten 1 more cycle. We need to run full smite and combo versus only skill damage. That's the real test. So then now the combo and smite side are not allowed to use any skill damage commander. So QSH is gone. Alp is gone. You can't run archers. Like, basically, you can't run any archers. Only way I see it changing is adding Ivar instead of Wallace. I think Wallace is probably... And also, like, maybe Ivar you can argue is better. If we run Ivar in the test, my whole comment section is already gonna be, oh my god, it doesn't count, oh you used Ivar, Ivar is trash in the field. And that's what everyone's gonna say. So even if it might be better, we still have to use Wallace. Because that's the only thing people will accept. Is ZL 5422 good enough or max better? I don't think you will do very good with a 5422 ZL, if I'm being honest. I know Solar. I don't think Ivar is that bad of a field commander, but there's been this narrative spread that Ivar is a trash open field commander. So, since that's the narrative, if you run that, people will call you stupid. So, you can't run it. And besides, if you run Sun Tzu Ivar, I would just target that March first, and they would just die. But yeah. You should have seen the reactions to your Eleanor Arthur in the past. I mean, that's how people are, right? Immediately, like, if we ran, let's say, Sun Ivar in the test, and let's say skill damage won. I still think it would lose, but let's say it won. Then, the immediate thing would be like, people would see, oh, Sun Tzu Ivar, that's trash. Entire test invalidated. That's what would be the consensus. Chain with Alp, his AoE is weird. It's around your target troop instead of yours. It's the same as the guy. What's his name? The siege guy. Right? It's the same AoE as where is he? This guy. Yeah, it's around the target. I'm gonna use Ivar in my next KVK though. I'm using him, I don't care what people say. I'm gonna be running around with all these max commanders in my account, but I'm gonna be running around with a 5-5-1-1 Ivar. And that's what's gonna happen. Would I bring myself to use Sector for the skill damage lineup? I don't think he makes it. Did we try Alpash? We did. It was good in the 1v1, but not very good in the 5v5. It did beat the GG Achilles in a 1v1 though. Which I was kind of surprised by. Where is it? Gilgamesh, no, that was awful. Caesar wasn't great, but not that bad. Ramses, that was terrible. Boudica, that was terrible. Tomeris, oh, that was... With Tomeris, not too bad either. There, look! It won the fight and traded positive against GG Achilles. That's crazy. Should you craft the necklace for AA? What's a necklace? Necklace? I don't know what that is. I don't think Hector makes it into the skill damage lineup. He's not better than Huo, he's not better than Arthur, he's not better than Ragnar, he's not better than CPO, he's not better than... No, he doesn't make it. Pendant? Oh, pendant. No. You don't want a pendant on AA. You desperately want a rage on AA. So you want a horn and you want a ring. Or a horn plus a drum would also be a good place to put a drum. If you run drums on your marches. Anyway guys, I think I'm gonna cut it off there. We still have a ton of content coming up on the new commanders. On the new field commander, and then also after Hayama releases, we have a ton of stuff coming on that too. I really hope you guys enjoyed the stream with Chiz that we did, the video with Chiz that we did, the video I did last night on the guy, and this stream that we did right now. Again, massive shout out to Chiz. I need to thank him so much for really promoting my channel a ton and helping me out as a smaller creator. It's really kind of him, and he's been supporting me for years now. So, W's Chiz, big shout out to Chiz, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon with more content on these new Archer commanders. Archers are back, baby. Anyway guys, take care, take care. Wait. Is anyone streaming? Let me share the love. If anyone is live, I'll raid them. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, doesn't look like anyone's live. Yeah, we'll end it here. Take care, guys. I will see you all in tomorrow's content, maybe, or maybe the day after. Bro, I'm so sleep deprived. I don't even know how to end my stream.